Welcome back, everybody. In the kitchen with Frank from Josephine's Italian restaurant. I've been going there for years. The best pizza. It's delicious. A location in Howard, and now you guys are in Appleton, too. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on, Amy.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Appreciate it. Yep.
You know, a lot of people know you guys for your pizzas because they're fantastic. I love the pizza sauce. It's just delicious, thin crust. But you also do a lot of pasta dishes.
A lot of pasta. We're a pastaria, so we have a lot of pasta dishes on there.
And from scratch, they make a lot of their sauces and things like that. I love, a huge fan of your Italian sausage on the pizza, so we're actually going to take that same Italian sausage and make a sausage pasta sauce.
Right, our Italian sausage fettuccine.
Sounds delicious. So the first thing we got going over here is we have your Italian sausage. Now, where do you get that from?
We get that imported from Chicago. And you can use any, we used to use that same sausage in a link. We used to slice them, but now we just buy it bulk and we go with that. So you can go either way.
So good. So we're letting that saute a little bit. I'm going to grab a spatula. All right, so what are some of the other ingredients?
Okay, when the sausage is almost cooked, we then add our garlic right towards the end there, and then the tomatoes. And there's only 8 ingredients. And
Love that.
Then you let the tomatoes cook down for a little bit too, 2 or 3 minutes. And it almost makes a red sauce. Everybody calls us up and they say, hey, can I get that sausage dish with the red sauce? And there's really no sauce. It's just the tomatoes cooking down.
Oh, yum. So I bet in the summer, this is really fantastic to make when you have the fresh tomatoes and everything. So we want to get a little color on this. So I'll let you want to chop up some garlic here, Frank?
Yep.
And I've got some, you need a knife? There you go. Does that work for you?
Yep, absolutely.
So quite a bit of garlic, it looks like, goes in here.
Yeah, we put a couple of 3 cloves in there. Depends on how much you're making it for.
Oh, the sausage smells divine. What are some of the other big selling pasta dishes that you have on the menu?
Well, the chicken Alfredo broccoli is probably our #1 dine-in item. This is our #1 catering item. And we have the creamy pesto sun-dried tomato. You can get that with chicken or shrimp or plain without the meat. And we have the butternut squash ravioli.
Yum.
Very popular one, especially in the summer and then in the fall.
Okay, so our sausage is starting. How's that looking there?
Looks pretty good. We can do the garlic now.
Okay, so let's add some fresh garlic. Do we need any olive oil, or were you doing okay?
We already got the olive oil in there.
Okay.
Yep. We're okay on that.
Oh, this garlic, when it hits that sausage.
Then the tomatoes.
So about how many tomatoes?
About 2 or 3 tomatoes, depending on your size. We usually use Roma, but some people you can actually use canned tomatoes. We used to do that at home before we brought it to the restaurant.
So like a canned diced tomato?
Canned diced tomato, right.
Okay. Now at this point, how long do we want to cook this
Another
for?
2 or 3 minutes once you have the tomatoes in there, because we're almost finished.
Okay.
And what we'll do next, when that finishes up, go ahead and put your pasta right on there. We use fettuccine. You can use anything. A lot of people will convert our catering dish size to penne noodles. A little easier to eat it at big gatherings.
Sure. So we'll let this cook down a little bit. Now tell everybody about Josephine's family-run restaurant.
Family-run restaurant. We've been open almost 10 years now.
Wow.
We named it after our oldest daughter, Josephine.
And again, they've got a location in Howard. That location does a lunch buffet, which I know is very popular for people who live around there or businesses and things like that.
Yep, we're open 6 days a week. We do the lunch buffet all 6 days. And then Wisconsin Avenue site in Appleton, we're only open in the evenings.
But just getting started and
Just getting started.
getting the
we
word
opened up
out?
in May and getting the word out. Absolutely.
Well, let me tell you, it's delicious. You'll have to go there. Pizza and pasta at that restaurant as well?
Correct. It's just a carry-out and delivery location.
Okay, so no dine-in.
No
but
dine-in
you can
in
just,
Appleton.
Delivery is always a nice thing.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you just don't feel like leaving the house. So at home, let this cook maybe a little bit longer, right, Frank?
Correct, yep.
But you can see that the tomatoes are really starting to break down a little bit. Now, when does our spinach go in?
We'll put that on very last.
And what about salt and pepper?
Salt and pepper goes on right after we put the pasta on. We actually put the pasta right on there, or you
Okay.
can plate it and put the pasta on, but we like to put it on when we're doing it at the restaurant, right in the saute pan.
Okay, so we've got some cooked fettuccine. Or you say penne works well.
Penne works great.
About how much?
You can probably put most of that in there.
Okay.
Then the timing is key for this. Once your pasta noodles are in there, that's when you want to salt and pepper your noodles.
Okay.
And it sticks right to those noodles when they're nice and wet still and hot. And then we do a big mound of spinach, a couple handfuls. It's probably like 8 ounces.
It looks like a ton, but spinach is one of those things that really cooks down.
It really cooks down. You can put a lid on that and it'll cook down, or just as you start tossing that, and as you plate it, it'll all blend in, cook right down.
Yum. So at home again, this will cook just for a few minutes longer, but I see
Yeah.
we've got some fresh Parmesan cheese waiting there.
Right, we'll do that right as we plate it then.
Yum. I'm just going to grab a cover for this just to let it
Okay,
wilt just a little bit.
sure.
So tell everybody where you're located in Howard there.
Okay, in Howard, we're on Glendale Avenue, almost on the corner of Glendale and Cardinal. We're right across from St. John the Baptist Church, next to Family Video. Those are the two landmarks there. And in Appleton, we're on West Wisconsin. We're about a mile east of the mall, of the Grand Chute Mall.
Closed Sundays. I know I've tried to
Closed
order a
Sundays,
pizza
right.
on Sunday, and
Yep.
they're not going to be there for you.
Yep, we
So
just closed on Sundays a couple years ago.
okay, I understand. So
We had one day off, right?
I
Yeah.
understand completely. Okay. You also make an amazing chocolate cake there.
Oh, yeah, the
not
double
that
chocolate
I
cake.
yeah, not that I know anything about that or
Yeah.
anything like that. Okay, so our spinach is starting to wilt a little bit.
Yep, you can just kind of plate it and it'll keep wilting or
But
cooking
it's
down actually.
so pretty.
Yeah. We use baby spinach. You can use any spinach really, but the baby spinach seems to cook down best.
And really, to be honest, it seems pretty light.
It really is. You can go a little less sausage if you want. When we did this at home before the restaurant, my wife did mushrooms and onions in there too.
That would be good too.
Yeah.
But a quick fix, I mean, 15, 20 minutes or less.
Sure, it's
which is
really easy.
My kind of recipe. And then we've got some fresh Parmesan cheese.
Yep.
Wow, that looks fantastic. Frank, thank you so much for sharing.
You betcha.
Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me again.
And if
Appreciate
you bet, if you're looking for some really delicious pizzas or pastas, check out Josephine's. 2 locations, one in Howard, one in Swamico.